Okay, so today we have with us the unapologetic nomads all the way from Tanzania. So we're so excited to have you guys join us today, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. All right, so we're glad to be here too.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to get right into our topic for today. But first off, what we want to talk about is I love to hear love stories. Tell me how you met, how long you've been together, and then we'll go into our topic for today.
Okay.
Okay.
So I like how he tells the story, but I'll just give the year. When was it? 2010? Yes. The year was 2010. And when we met in Philly, and he could tell the story because he does it really well.
All right, so it's 2010, and I was playing for this band in Philly. You know, I'm a keyboard player. So one day, the band leader came to me. He was like, "Yo, we gonna play for this artist at this show?" And I'm like, "All right." So he gave me the CD to learn it. So I went home, put the CD in, and once, all right, let me backtrack. I've heard of love at first sight. I heard it. You know, people fall in love off of seeing someone one time, but I had love at first, like just hearing the CD, hearing the song.
Wow.
Yeah. I put the CD in, I was like listening to it to learn the song, and I'm like, yo, this girl right here, I got to make her my wife.
Wow.
And I didn't even know what she looked like. Yeah. So,
wow.
You know, fast forward that, you know, we had a rehearsal, and she came in the room and I was like, yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And you know, from there, I think she had a man at the time or something, but
it was going like this.
Yeah,
tanking.
You know, I had to come with the top tier game. And,
yeah, but like that relationship prior to meeting Aaron, it was already like going like downhill. I think within about a month or so, I had, and this is before we actually even like started dating. Like I had broken up with this guy. He was just like a big no. And so Aaron and I became friends, and we exchanged numbers, and we just, you know, chatting on the phone late nights, 1, 2 in the morning.
All right.
You know, going out to eat and things like that. And then one thing led to another, and the rest is history. You know, we got closer and closer. And man, he's an awesome, awesome, awesome guy. And I'm glad that he's my husband. Yeah.
Now, Ayla was in the mix too, you know.
Yeah, of course.
It was kind of difficult at first with Ayla because, you know, I'm not used to having children. And I'm used to just being a bachelor my whole life. So when Ayla was there, it was like, and then with Ayla, she was the kind of child, like, everything equates to her dad. You know, like, you know, like we be about to watch a movie, like, oh, let's watch The Walking Dead. Oh, I watched The Walking Dead in my dad's house. All right, let's eat some chicken. I eat chicken about that. Everything went to her dad. She just had to keep bringing that up. And it used to get on my nerves. But, you know, I just stuck with it. And over time, you know, I just learned to accept Ayla as well and love Ayla as well, you know, because it's when you're a single person marrying a woman with a child, it's both. It's not just one, you know. So it's like I had to learn Ayla as well. So, you know, and that was the tough part.
Yeah.
I know you didn't ask nothing about that, but I just thought I had to throw that in there.
No, but that's important because a lot of people don't understand how to maneuver a blended family. So that's awesome that you guys were able to navigate and make that work.
Yeah.
And now, from what I can tell, y'all like 3 peas in a pod. Like, that's totally awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So I was, you know, roughing it as a single mom, definitely. And yes, he is Ayla's stepfather. However, he practically raised her. Her biological father was barely in the picture after a while. It was just like here and there and then nothing at all, you know. So Ayla's a beautiful, beautiful young lady now, and wonderful child. Love her with all my heart. And I just see that their relationship started to blossom and bloom over the years. And it's like, man, I mean, somebody even say, "Oh, you look more like your dad than your mom," and I'm like, okay. You know how the old folks say, "You feed them enough." Hey, you said it. You feed them enough, they start looking like you. But yeah, they have a beautiful relationship, and I'm thankful for that. Yeah, that part could actually also be beautiful. Yeah,
that's awesome. So, how old is she now?
Wow, she's 15. She will be 16 in July.
Oh,
I came into their lives when I guess Ayla was 5 then.
That's why I said he practically raised her. She was 5 when we met.
Wow, how awesome.
She'll be 16 this year. So long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, such an awesome, beautiful story. So let's talk about the transition. I know you guys used to live in the United States in Philadelphia, in the Philly area, but now you have moved abroad. Tell us a little bit about what that experience has been like. I know it's a vast difference from here and there. What has that been like?
Absolutely. Wow. So when we did decide to move abroad, we had a conversation, speaking with actually a friend at my job. I'm an educator by profession, and talking to her, and I'm like, she was born and raised. Her name is Aaliyah. Shout out to Aaliyah. She was born and raised in Saudi Arabia. And so just sharing stories about her growing up. And then so she asked me, have you ever thought about working overseas, teaching overseas? And I'm like, interesting, So I said, yeah, I kind of have, but I don't know how to do it. So she gave me some information. I put it to work. I went and talked to my husband. He was already on board, like, babe, that's what you want to do. Let's do it. Push the button. Let's do it. So started doing our research and putting out some applications and whatnot. And wow, got like a response within probably a week. And with the offer that we had gotten, it was perfect. The whole family would be taken care of. It was nice. So we kind of moved on that. And it just seems like everything was just lining up perfectly. So, since we were already both on board with moving abroad, and Ayla was young, so, she has to go where her parents go. So we kind of we went with it. So that part was easy because also things in the States started to shift. You started feeling this different mood in the air. Things were different. I guess he can speak on that as well, So how about you? Yeah, how I was feeling around that time, how easy that was.
The U.S. was kind of crazy because when we was in Florida, we lived in Clearwater, and it was a lot of like just undertone racial stuff going on.
Yeah,
and I know I felt it. I was driving cabs then, and it was just like a white area, and the people were racist down there. You would see like signs that say "Kill Obama," and it'd be it was a racist little area. But the thing that got me to want to leave the U.S. is that it was like at the gun shops, all the bullets would get like sold out within one day. As soon as they get the bullets, they're gone. So I'm like, these people are preparing for something. So I'm like, I'm not trying to get caught in whatever they're preparing for, because it's just, I'm tired of fighting, So once that happened in Florida, I'm like, I just want to leave the U.S. because it just wasn't a good feeling in the U.S. for us.
Yeah.
And it was like, we were doing a lot. We had shows, working. My wife had a good job. We was doing a lot, but it was just something was missing. Like my wife would be coming home crying sometime. Just from working. I'm like, what you crying about? And it was just a stressful, like,
stress.
Trying to be a teacher, to children who really don't want to learn, or they know what they learning is BS, or it was just like it was a stressful time. And I'm just glad that we made that move, because I've been wanting to move out the U.S.
Yeah. So that part was easy, I'm glad that was easy, because I was really at the end of my rope as far as with teaching in the States, because and I've taught in 3 different states. I have 3 different licenses, but it's like, wow, it's all the same. There's so much bureaucracy in education, and it's like it's terrible. It's like business people are running education now instead of teachers. And it was just getting to the point where I don't know if I could keep doing this until I retire.
Even in Florida when we was down there, she was working for that school. It was like an all-white school. She was the only black person there. And it was so racial. She had to leave the school in the middle of the year.
That's the first job
it was so much racial tension going on.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, I was sitting in my truck. I remember days sitting in my truck praying, every day actually praying before I go in the building, because it when you feel certain things, it just gives you that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach. Like, something's not right here, but you got to kind of push through and do it anyway. And it got to the point where I'm like, look, can't do this. And so that's when we actually, within probably a month or two, we moved back up north to Philly after that experience. We lived in Florida for 2 years and it's a beautiful state, but there are people with bad energy that make it messy, so not everybody, but it was getting really rough. But so leaving the States and journeying east was an exciting but scary adventure at the same time, because we didn't know what to expect. Even though we've done all of our research, our homework, we know, certain things to say, what not to do, that kind of thing. But we were shocked when we landed, like how we were welcomed into the country. And we moved back to the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, and lived in Abu Dhabi. And we lived there for 4 years. But the way we were welcomed, we were like, wow. It was just, we felt like it's just new, it's a new thing. It was just wonderful. It was beautiful how we were welcomed.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, like we used to have to stay at church like all day long. And like my mom, when we get home, she come home and I think she used to wear heels like the whole day. And when she get home, she had to take her heels off. And she feels so like relieved when she did it. And that's how I felt when we moved out. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, it was like, because I remember too, there were people who were like, oh, you sure you want to go there? Oh my goodness, isn't that weird? Such and such is. They got, like, what? What's that group, that rough group they're talking about? ISIS. Isn't that where ISIS is? And I'm like, no, I don't think that's correct. So we get there, we like, whoa, like the way it looked and everything, it was so beautiful. It was pristine. It was clean. The air was like, whoa, even though it was hot, it was just like, wow, we're here, and they put us up in a beautiful 5-star hotel, gave us food comps, and everything was taken care of. Help us settle, got settling in, that kind of thing, settled in. It was beautiful. And we started meeting other expats from the US, brothers and sisters coming there. It was beautiful. So the experience there, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And that's the United Arab Emirates.
UAE. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So where are you living currently?
Wow. Currently, we are in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Oh.
Yes. On the continent of Africa. Love it.
And so that kind of leads us into our topic for today. So you call yourselves the unapologetic nomads. So how did that come about? Listen, I know you guys are very famous on YouTube. Everyone knows that. But how did that come about? How did that come about?
We don't think we famous.
We just we're regular people, we had a conversation. We kind of threw those two things together, I guess. We're just playing around with words. But the unapologetic part, it stems from us not being, feeling like we have to apologize for being who we are. And not feeling sorry about what we want to do with our lives. Because there are people who do things only because, my family wants me to do this, or my mom wants me to do it. But we don't do that. That's just not how we live. And we don't teach our daughter to live that way. So you do what the spirit leads you to do. And you do the right thing. The spirit leads you to do, and you do things that are going to make you happy in your life. It has nothing to do with any other person, because it's like, I used to tell a friend of mine, we had conversations like, when you do something for someone else, that makes them happy. Are you happy? So being unapologetic is like, I'm not going to do something that I have to apologize for. So we're going to do what makes us happy. We are travelers in spirit. end in mind. And that's just what we love to do. Nomadic, of course, people who move from place to place. So we put those two things together and we're like, wow, okay, that's it. Because originally we were the Jacksons visit. We were using our last name, but that fit much better. And I think, I love it. We love it. The Unapologetic Nomads. So, we always had this want. And I remember in high school, I always wanted to travel the world. And I always knew one day I would make it to the continent, the motherland. So, and moved around a little bit within the States, and so did he. So, hey, we're still moving and seeing things. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. And so our topic for today, we kind of want to focus on what that's like doing business with your spouse.
All right.
Some people might assume we live together, we love each other, we're married. We'll be great to do business together, but we know that is not always true, right? Tell me, what is it like doing business with your spouse?
It's a lot of arguments, a lot of makeups.
Big face on that. Don't exaggerate.
It's a lot of nasty words that comes out of somebody's mouth to their spouse.
Really?
Who just wants to, make everything work. Yeah.
Really?
Really?
I think you're going a little larger than what it is.
No.
Now, actually, I think it does. I don't have to say I think. It works because we have kind of the same vision when it comes to this. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people don't understand that YouTube is a job. And when you do YouTube seriously, it's a job. Yeah. It's a business, and you work it as such. And I think that because we know, first of all, we love traveling. He does, I do, there's no problem with that. And our whole objective with our channel was to show people who can't do what we do, show them the world, and truth. Our biggest thing is showing truth, because we got so many false things. We've heard so many things over the years about, how this place is, Africa is this, and this place is like that. Oh, you don't want to go there. But when you go for yourself and see for yourself with your own eyes, you're like, what? Yeah. And then you've been lied to. Yeah. So it's important that we get the message out and let people know the truth about the world. The world is very vast and it's very, very beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Now, is our internet connection good?
Is it good?
It's slowing up, but it's good now. It's in and out, but it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So
it's the vision is the easy part.
Yeah.
Is it still messing up?
It's good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Yeah. I think having the vision is the easy part.
Yeah.
The hard part is like getting everybody on board. And I brought up Ayla in the beginning because she's a part of this too. It's not just me and Mickey doing this. So just getting all of us together and putting the ideas out there, and then not being afraid to say, no, I don't like that, or let's do that the next time, or, that's not going to work. It's just, I think being truthful, honest, and communicating is what makes this work.
That's key, communication, and agree to disagree, because sometimes little things, you agree to disagree. You don't have to, make a big thing, a mountain out of a molehill. So it's like simple things like he was saying, what are we going to do today? We're going to go live. What do we want to check out this particular space, or we want to interview somebody, that kind of thing. So we do have our little meetings at the table and decide what we're trying to do and stay on top of our goals. So that's important. You have to do that, so.
That's awesome. All right. And so most people think that we live together, we're in love, we're married, we've been together for years, that we'll be perfect doing business together. But is that necessarily true? And what has that been like working with your spouse?
Well, we had a lot of businesses we did work together before. Well, actually, we threw a lot of businesses against the wall, and this is one that actually stuck.
About that.
And let's see what's going to stick, right?
There's a lot of trial and error. Now we're at a point where, and it takes time to get to the point where it's like, it's pretty easy, I could come up with an idea and matter of fact, all of us have our part.
Yes.
All of us play our part. Like my wife on the channel, she's information.
Yeah.
Ayla, she's the goofy one, you know, and the youth of the thing. And me, I just pretty much I'm like the glue that just puts everything together. We all know our parts and we just play our parts.
Yeah. But and we also do things behind the scenes. So a lot of things you don't see behind the scenes. It's a business. No one person can run this kind of business.
Oh, absolutely.
We have a website which I had to design.
Yeah.
There's so many things, checking emails and doing consultations and talking to people and all. It's so much. It's too much for one person. So we all play a part behind the scenes as well. There's a lot of work to do when you run this kind of business.
Yeah.
And it's fun at the same time too.
Yeah.
And I think also having a vision, having kind of the same vision. We both love to travel. We all love to travel and, just see the world and meet different people, try different cultures. So that's an easy part, right? That's a tick mark right there. So it's hard when you're with somebody who doesn't want to travel, but you want to travel, so that, man, that's important to have something in common. Yeah.
And the first thing we had in common was music. So we did that until the creators like, yo, y'all got more that y'all could do. Like, music is cool, but it's like just the tip of the iceberg what I have in store for y'all. So, now once we start traveling, it's like, yo, this is our new thing right here, Yeah. And not saying we're not gonna go back to music, but this is what we're doing now. This is we feel comfortable and we feel at home just traveling different countries. It might sound crazy, but. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So having that clear, common vision is important. And sound like you guys have your boundaries set. Everybody stays in their lane. Now, what happens if somebody comes out of their lane as it relates to the team?
Yeah, that happens from time to time. But say if I'm trying to do information, because my wife is a lot more articulate with speaking than me. Sometimes, I'm not real articulate. I know what I want to say, but sometimes I can't get it out. So, if I'm talking too much, I know to be like, then my wife explained it so y'all could really understand. Ayla, she creates a lot of the artwork for us, as far as I created the first artwork, like 3D animation, all that. But she does like the shirts. You do the shirts too.
Yeah, shirt designs.
I'm trying to see.
It's a lot we do. It's a lot. So we have merchandise also now. So come up with shirt designs. He comes up with shirts that we all can do that. There's certain things that we all know how to do, we have to do. And sometimes coming out of the lane, sometimes it's necessary, Let's say he's like, has something he has to edit, you know what I mean? That's happened before. And it's like when we used to do the videos and recording and editing, it was a whole lot. And especially when you don't go live, that's pre-going live. Yeah. And so he taught me how to edit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a lot of people don't know that. I know how to edit as well. So he taught me, he's my teacher, So when necessary, we had to, then it was like, babe, he's like, I'm doing this, you're gonna have to jump on that one. Okay, cool. So, and I had a good teacher. So sometimes when it's necessary, we do come out the lane a little bit. But and then like on the channel, something he does, he's known as the weatherman.
Sometimes she like to jump in my lane and say the weather.
No, and then I was like, okay, hold on, let me let him do that because I want to hear that later, So he does the weather and some of that stuff I don't get. So he does it's coming from the north and all that. I don't know that part. So it's like, that's his thing right there. I'm like, okay, where's the wind coming from? So that's his thing.
It makes it so much easier just when you can focus on your own lane. You don't have to worry about all this other stuff, she handles information, Ayla handles her thing, she handles, and I do what I gotta do, and it just works.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because that also allows you to focus on everybody's strengths and weaknesses and then put everybody in the appropriate position. That's very key when running a business.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
It's enough.
So what would you say is the greatest moment that you have shared in business as a married couple?
Wow, in business.
And I probably have so many.
I think when we got monetized. we did it. Because we were just pushing forward. Okay, it's coming soon. It's gonna come. And he was really like encouraging us. We were sitting there like, dang, okay, I'll be glad the day we come, putting in, because a lot of people don't understand you're not really making an income with this until you actually become monetized. And it didn't feel like a hobby, but it kind of did because it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But when it becomes a business, you see what I'm saying? So right before that, it's like when we hit that, became monetized and we were good. We were like, yes, we did it. We stayed on track and we did it. Yeah. Thousands of hours. Yeah.
So it's safe to say that it's a little easier if you're doing something you love and doing it with someone you love to be with?
I would say it's easy when things we on the same page. Yeah, definitely you have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we hear a lot of people say, when you do something you love and you perfect that gift or you perfect whatever that business is, the money will come. And that sounds like what happened for you guys. You just had fun doing it.
Yeah.
And excelled at it.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
All right. So let's talk about times, not so good times. So times when maybe you weren't on the same page with an idea or a particular topic for a show or whatever the case may be. How important was that communication and how did you resolve that?
I think for the most part, we pretty much agree.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a time where it became an issue with us like that, because what we do is so much out of love and out of just, you really don't. I don't remember doing that. Do you?
Not like that. No, I don't think we went to that degree of things. It's like, little things are like, which day we want to do this, or when we want to do that, or let's write down what we want to accomplish this week, that kind of thing. So we plan a lot. So it's like, we already know. And it's just having fun,
Yeah.
And we're a praying family. So I think that covers us as well. We're yeah.
Okay. So cohesion on vision is very important from what I'm understanding. But let's say, what advice would you give to a couple that's in business that did not agree so much on a lot of things?
Whoa, that's a good one,
man.
Because we know communication can break anything.
Yeah, I agree with him. Like, put everything on the table. I think
on the table.
First you need to see. Okay, first address. Say that. Okay, we do have a problem here. And I would say then kind of backtrack and see what it is that the little things you're not agreeing on.
Yeah. Establish your lane.
Yeah, definitely establish a lane. Whatever one person is good at, let them do that. And whatever that other person is good at, let them try to agree to do that. If you want the business to work and to be successful. So I think also egos have to not be out there. You can't work together with egos. You have to know that your partner is just as strong as you in whatever you're trying to do. They have something they're very good at. You have something you're very good at. So establish the fact that, okay, we're working here as equals. We're not, big head, big me, I'm this and I'm that. No, you can't.
And it's not just men that have that either.
Women have that too. Women can have that too. So men and women, I think that, sometimes that could be the problem, when one person thinks they know it all and the other person is like, wow, so that could be a problem. So we have to realize that no one person knows it all. You know what I mean? And we can learn. We have to learn from each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I said, I'm a teacher by profession, but he taught me how to edit videos.
That's good.
I didn't know the first thing to do. I know I don't know it all. And I think that's a brilliant person who knows that they don't know it all. And learning is a lifelong process. So you learn every day. If you're not learning something, something's wrong.
Always.
Yeah. So.
And always remaining teachable. I love that point.
Teachable. Yes. Always teachable.
Yeah.
Always teachable. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what do you say is the greatest benefit of working together?
Wow.
Well, we get a lot of we get a lot of love from all over the world, you know, and I'm not just saying that. We truly do get a lot of love from all over the world. Mm-hmm. We get a lot of stuff. We get a lot of opportunities, you know, to do things. We're invited to a lot of different places, and we just really been just blessed.
Yeah.
You know? We get a lot of emails and messages from people saying how much we help them and you know, things like that. And we don't even be thinking we're doing nothing because we just do, you know, just regular everyday stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm cut you off, sweetie.
Yeah. You see that I had to teach Mickey.
Hey, I'll be honest with that. That was a flaw, and I'm getting. Hey, you know me. That was a flaw, and I had to work on it. Like when people are talking, sometimes your brain is just working, and you have something you just want to get it out, you know, and you forget. Okay, somebody's talking already, so I had to learn to kind of wait, you know, and not overtalk. And then I think I've gotten better with that. And you have. Me and
Ayla been telling you about that.
Yeah. So it's like. You know, but you know how you get excited and your brain, you listening to the person, but you're like, oh, I want to say this. I'm excited, you know, that kind of thing. So you gotta work on that. Yeah. But that's cool.
That's another thing that keeps things strong, saying the hard things. Like just to tell somebody, like, you know what, like when she was talking, you kept cutting her off. And I was trying to listen to what she was saying. Like, you know. You got to have those conversations, like just little stuff. Or she tells me I'm mean all the time, you know.
No, it's not your mean. It's like how you say it's not what you say, it's how you say something.
Say it. Mm-hmm.
It's how you say it. And your expression sometimes in your face and the force that you say it, it may seem like you're yelling or you're saying something and people don't get it and you scared. You're like, whoa, you know, that kind of thing. So you had to work on that.
Come from?
And it's like he talks with passion, but it can come off as anger. And it's not, you know, it's like, but you got to work on that one.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Because your face says something else, you know? Being able to tell your mate those things and being able to talk about it and in 5 minutes laugh about it or the next day laugh about it, that's when you know you got it going on. Some people, you know, they'll stay mad forever with their mate if they're telling them something's wrong.
No, that's not healthy.
You know, got to be able to accept constructive criticism.
Yeah.
That's important too.
That's very important. Like you said, some people get offended so very easily. Like, oh, well, you don't tell me, well, you don't know how to do this. And but it's okay because that's going to only perfect the process.
That's true.
It perfects the process.
That's true.
Yeah. So,
can I add one more thing?
Sure.
Because you asked like the benefits. I love being able to see my family. So I'm a family-oriented person. You know, we came from a big family. So being able to see my family and know that everything is okay, especially at a time like these. So know everything is okay. And to be able to also, it's business and pleasure at the same time. Like, come on, for real. You got the best of both worlds. Business and pleasure. You get to see your people, have fun, and still travel, see the world. So those are big benefits for me. Yeah.
And I never knew what it meant. Like people always say, like, you know, stop chasing money and let money chase you. I never knew what that meant. And I'm like,
that is good.
I don't understand this, you know, but now I understand.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
And opportunities.
Yeah. I love to say all the time, when you are great at what you do, money will find you if you just focus on perfecting that thing. And also, let's talk about this really quickly. How important is it to be within your purpose and your calling, even when it comes to business? Because that's good. You said, because some people do things just for money and then they excel at home.
I think that's the goal we all need to reach, to be to where you are following your purpose and your calling, and you can live off of that. That's life. That's living. Yeah.
I think it's important. Good. I just wanted to add on what you just said. I like that. I think that it's important because when people chase money, a lot of times they don't really get what they think they're going to get. Yeah. Number one, and Number two, they're not happy.
Not happy.
You know, money makes no one happy. Money can't make you happy.
Yeah,
it's an object. It's actually an instrument. It's a tool.
Yeah.
Money's a tool. And a lot of people take it the wrong way. They think that money's just this thing. No. Money's a tool that you use to do things with.
Right.
And to take care of you and the people you love. So when you're doing things that make you happy, you see what I'm saying? You're already being rewarded because you're happy.
Right.
And then you are blessing others because you're doing something and you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're getting blessed and they're sharing that with other people. So it's like blessing upon blessing upon blessing. And I think the Creator recognizes that, and then things start to just shower upon you. You know what I'm saying? It's important to do things that you're supposed to be doing, things that will bless others, but also that makes you happy. A lot of people don't know what that looks like. As far as like a strong family or happy people, a happy couple, a happy marriage and whatnot. And every day is not roses, but knowing what that looks like, it's far and few in between in our society right now. Yeah. And I think that because we wanted to like share what the world looks like, what living your purpose looks like. Mm-hmm. And it's just fun. And just the positive responses that people say, you have no idea what you have just done for me today.
Wow.
Yeah. And it took a lot to get to this point.
Makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm. It took a lot of, individually, it took a lot of us healing. Because when me and Mickey first met, we both were broken.
Yeah.
I was
been
broken.
Through a lot. Yeah.
My wife was broken. Ayla was even broken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We was able to keep it strong with each other through all these years, And when we got together, we never knew we'd be doing what we're doing now.
I never ever.
It took a lot of healing within ourselves, looking within ourselves and being truthful. Even with Ayla, she tells us the truth about everything. We have a relationship. All of us have a relationship. We just talk. Truthful about everything, and I mean the hard stuff to talk about. Yeah. We can talk, easy with it because we have that camaraderie and that love for each other. Like whatever you say, Ayla, it is whatever you do. If you're pregnant, if you got an STD, whatever it is, like you could let us know. We're not gonna bash you. We're not, we just want you to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could tell us anything. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying Ayla's messing around doing
it's
like
not
that.
The case. It's
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's how you can tell us anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there are parents that children, and through being a teacher, I've witnessed children who can't even talk to their parents.
Yeah.
And that's why they're sneaking around doing so many crazy things, because they're not happy. They can't have that close connection with their parents, their caregivers at home. Mm-hmm. And that's important. So learning those things just from experiences, it means a lot. It means a lot to happiness, to a family being tight. It means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have to heal within yourself.
Yeah.
Before you trying to get something going on with a whole bunch of other people and all of that.
Yeah, that's important.
You got to, important. Or y'all can heal together. It's got to be a healing before something big happens.
Yeah. And I can just imagine, because in the line of work with you guys do with the live videos and everything, can you imagine bleeding on masses of people if you were unhealed?
Yeah,
that could be very disastrous.
It wouldn't work right. Yeah. Or we come off fake.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it sounds like you guys have an awesome working relationship, and I commend you guys. I love following your channel and watching your lives, and it does. I live vicariously through you guys. I've never been to Africa, but I feel like I have.
And shout out to you for your success as well.
Oh, thank you.
Your success for your channel as well.
You're doing real good.
Very good.
It's trying, and believe it or not. But believe it or not, I learned it by watching you.
I guess we walked it on purpose.
Like you said, always being teachable, studying other channels, and even two couples that's running business, study the craft. Sometimes we launch out and we do stuff. We have no idea what we're doing. Okay, but where's the success for somebody in that field? Follow them. See what they're doing. What worked for them? But sometimes we think that we have to totally reinvent the wheel, which we do not.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're right.
That's exactly what we do. We see, as far as YouTube, we see who got the big numbers and we got looking at what they do. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I see the formula they're using. Yeah.
Yeah.
The roadmap has already been laid out.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know nobody who goes live as much as us. Every day.
Every day.
I promise I will not do that. I have too much other stuff going on. That would kind of be disastrous.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not ready for that yet. The one final thing I do. Say it again.
I overcame that fear because I had a fear a long time in life of talking in front of people. I always had that fear.
Wow.
Yeah, like I would be terrified to talk in front of people. And but once I healed myself, really healed myself, then I got to the point where I don't care. But it took a lot of healing for me to get to that point where I was just being on camera talking,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what I'm learning is just like you just said, I thought that everything had to be perfect. Like everything had to be said perfectly. And I'm learning now that as long as the message gets out, it's going to be okay if you have a little blunder here and there. So I'm learning.
Sometimes that's what makes it fun. Yeah,
people love real and raw, just real. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because nobody's perfect,
Yeah. And your brand is strong because I can tell you right now, every time it comes on, I'm waiting for Aaron to say, "What's up, family?" And here's the beautiful wife. So if we don't hear that, we're like, okay, what they doing today?
No.
You have officially been branded.
Oh, man.
That's awesome. So one final thing I would like for us to hit on is balance. Now, we know some couples have a hard time balancing work and home life.
Okay.
So everything falls on the work side, but then we don't have time to come down out of work mode and really enjoy each other. How do you balance that?
Man, I think our home life is our work.
He's right. It's like, we're working and having fun all the time. It's like, it's funny. It's different. Okay. So when you talked about us throwing a whole bunch of businesses against the wall before, I think that was work because that's not what we're supposed to do. All those 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever businesses, we did so many together. We tried.
Okay.
Those didn't work because those are the businesses we weren't supposed to be doing.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them was pyramid schemes.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Too much energy and time and So it's just easy. It's work, but it's much easier.
It's natural.
And it's natural. It's a flow. I don't know. It's a natural flow. For example, all right, we do a live, like we were on the beach. You know what I'm saying? We're on the beach doing a live, but we're also showing people who don't know what Tanzania looks like, what it looks like.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What the people look like, what's going on right now. Actually helping someone to make a decision who wants to possibly move or something like that to get information. We're talking to you, but we're also out and about and we're enjoying nature as well. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like work and play all together. So we finished the live. We finished the live and we just sit and chill and just, talk. And
now sometimes you get
and
the
sometimes,
attitudes,
sometimes
you got a little teenager attitude sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't feel like doing live things.
Yeah, you get it sometimes.
But it's people who depend on us.
Yeah,
and it's like more than just us now.
Yeah.
So
It's not all the time, but there are times when you yourself, there's times when you have a packed schedule and you just have to get this done. And you're tired at the same time.
Okay.
You know? So we just push through. And then we're finished. We're like, man, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, we glad.
There are times when we feel tired. We're like, that was so dope. I'm glad we did that. You know, you're tired at the beginning, but you end up loving. You finish. You're just so happy that you were able to bless somebody, or somebody got something from it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's like when you about to work out. Like you don't feel like working out, and once you get into the mode of working out, and you know it's cool, and then afterwards you're happy that you did do it.
Yeah.
But
So
we pretty much stay balanced because it's pretty easy. Like we do the same thing.
Come on.
That's it. Yeah. So let's say for the couple that were not together or having as much fun, like their business was a little more structured and serious, and kind of flowed a little differently, how would you say that they should balance home and work life? And I'm asking because you guys, you know, prior to the whole live YouTube experience, you did businesses, but they weren't quote unquote as fun. So do you shut it down at a certain time every night to say, babe, we're not talking about business after 8 o'clock. It's just me and you. You know, so what are some things that can help people? Because I'm telling you, a lot of people struggle with that.
Oh, you want to say something? I think that you need a schedule in that type of situation. You need a schedule. Mm-hmm. And you have to, let's say, if you say Friday night is going to be date night, if you're a couple, and this is the night only for us to spend time together, that's it, no business, just all fun, date night. You stick to that, you know, because that's going to give you that release. It's going to give you that, you know, time to relax and unwind. Woosah, whatever. So I think that a schedule is important in that situation, you know, so that you won't get burnt out, because you get burnt out. All kinds of things happen. You know what I mean? Things that don't necessarily need to happen. Yeah. Then the little things become big things, you know, so you're going to have a night or two where you're saying this is family night, this is date night, whatever, if you have a big family.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely, you got to have that brain break.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Brain break. I like that. Because, like, you know, technology, we all use technology for everything we do now, and it can burn you out too. So you have to take a break from, unplug from all of this. Yeah. You know, sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because the goal is to build business, but still build the marriage, not build business and the marriage falls apart.
It's true.
Yeah. I see that a lot. Yeah, we see that a lot. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now, it's going to be days where you ain't going to get along, or y'all going to be fussing. But, I mean, that comes with marriage, you know. Yeah. And then the next day, y'all cool, you know. So it's like, whatever it is, that's what
you say?
What were we arguing about again?
Yeah. It comes with, you have days where you know. But,
it's...
You know, we just, I would say, just, you know, just keep it in the lane. Know what the goal is.
Hey.
Know what you should be focused on. Just keep it there.
Yeah. Keep it in the lane. Keep it in the road, as we say.
Yeah, ain't nothing better than what you got.
Hey. Yeah. Folks, you know what you got, you don't know what you get. Yeah.
Come on.
Hey.
Look, this lady told me one time, she said, sometimes people think the grass is greener on the other side, but it's really green cement.
Woo! Yo, I love my elders. They have some sayings for you. You hear me? I love it. Shout out to the ancestors.
I never forget it.
I'll say.
Yeah. And then there's another saying that says, it'll get green if you water it.
All right. Okay. How about that? Water minute. Oh.
Y'all know I'm taking this all in for when my time comes. I'm learning. I want to help you.
Yes.
But it's so awesome. I know your schedule is very, very busy. So I appreciate you guys taking the time out to talk with me today. And one final thing I like to ask, what would you want to leave as key things that a couple should consider before going into business together?
Good question.
Oh, what was the question? I'm listening.
What are the key things we would say to a couple who's considering going into business? Okay, number one, what do you have in common?
Man, what's your vision, your focus?
There you go, vision.
You know, what are make sure you definitely talk about your goals.
Okay.
Whoever has the vision is going to be, that's the one who's going to have to really sell the vision to the other person, and try to learn how to nurture that vision, It's different. I don't know.
Communication is going to be big. That's big.
Yeah, communication. Yeah, definitely communication.
You got to communicate.
Is this something we want to do?
Yeah,
that's a small question, but it's big.
It's big.
Oh, is this something we really want to do? You have to really sit and talk about that. That's a small question, but it's a big question at the same time. You got to unpack that. It's like, are we wanting to do this just because somebody else said it's a good thing to do? Or are we doing this because this is something that comes from our hearts, our spirits?
Yeah.
And what's the objective? Are we trying to do it just for money? Or are we doing it because we feel it's going to leave a legacy and it's going to bless somebody else? People don't think about those things. And you never do things for money. Never chase money. Never chase money.
Yeah,
that's a bad thing. Because if you chase money, that means you'll do anything for it.
Yeah.
And you got to have some kind of parameter. You got to have some kind of, what's the word for it?
Boundary.
You have a boundary, so what you will and won't do.
End goals are very important. And I'll just give you a quick example. I had a friend that she was a cosmetologist. Well, her husband was on board with her opening up her shop, but her vision was to have a chain of locations.
Wow.
That was not his vision. He was like, okay, we already have one, we're good.
Ooh.
So then here came the problem. So more important than the vision is that end goal, making sure that the vision long-term is the same.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to sell the vision, but I mean,
yes,
you have to be compatible with your partners.
Yeah, that too. That's important. Because you shouldn't have to force something down somebody's throat.
Yeah.
If it doesn't go easily, that's not going to be a good thing.
Yeah. And I'm the kind of person that everybody's not like that. But if my wife has a vision of something she wants to do, or something that, business, whatever she wants to start, I'm like, go ahead and do your best at it. Like right now you're doing that teacher thing. And I'm like,
all right.
I'm like, go ahead, do what you do. Live it, do it to the fullest. I don't want to bother you. I just want you to be happy. That's where I'm at with it.
Right.
Just be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's awesome. And we do have this is not the only thing we do. We do have separate things that we do behind the scenes, our own business. So he does animation, right?
Yeah.
So he has his own website and everything. He does the animation and graphics and stuff. And I write educational content. And I have a page for that as well. Sell educational content for teachers and homeschoolers, So Ayla, she has a business doing art, So outside of this, we all have our individual other things that we do, So yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. Because what we're hearing now is taking everybody's individual talents and you can still merge that to create something great if everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Another thing when we talk about long term, I don't even think we sit and say, oh, by such and such date, we want this to happen. It feels good to just go with the flow. We don't even know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
We have no clue what's going to happen. So it's kind of like we're just letting things happen naturally and not forcing something or saying, oh, this is going to happen next year or next year after this. I don't know. Right now, it's amazing. And we're just taking it as it goes.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And like you said, it just depends on the nature of the business and the line of business that is, which is each one of them is very unique. But the key thing is going to always be communicating that.
Communication.
Yes, communication.
That's the key thing.
Communication.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can talk forever and ever and ever, but we're going to go ahead and end right there. Thank you for sharing your story with us. your walk with us. We do appreciate that. That has been valuable information for couples, I'm sure, that are anticipating or thinking about going into business with each other. So tell us, if someone wants to follow you on your journey ongoing, how can they connect with you on social media?
All right. They can connect with us.
A lot of different ways. I'm like,
the website is www.unapologeticnomads.com. We have a YouTube channel, of course, and that's Unapologetic Nomads with an S. Instagram is unapologetic_nomads, and Twitter is unapologetic_NO3, like number 3, unapologetic_NO3.
All right. Thank you for sharing that information. You guys, if you want that experience, the African experience, please follow them and like and share. You will not be disappointed. It's very entertaining. Like, subscribe, and share. Like and share. But listen, you guys keep doing your best. I'm so proud of you, and thank you for always being an inspiration to others.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for having us. It was great seeing you. We love you. And just congratulations on your success as well.
Definitely. You're going to be pulling some major numbers soon. I see that.
Yeah, you're growing fast. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Richard,
as you should.
Yeah, like you said, we're doing it with purpose, not to build a name for myself, but just with purpose. And I'm enjoying doing that.
Nice. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Nice.
That's great.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. And I will have you on again soon.
All right.
Okay. All right. Definitely.
All right. Peace, love, and blessings.
Yeah.
All right.
You mind if I take us out?
Oh, no.
We the unapologetic nomads, and we unapologetically
nomadic.